Cyan. As promised, I am going to share with you how you become an elite coach with Team Beachbody. So it's the beginning of the new year, so you're seeing a bunch of announcements about people becoming elite coaches and how many times they've been an elite coach. You're hearing people talk about the top 10 coaches in our company, and you're hearing people talk about being premier and contender, and there's all different levels of leadership that we have available to us to achieve as Beachbody coaches. And today what I'm going to do is kind of break down what it takes to become an elite coach, because I always feel that if you strive for the highest and then for some reason you don't hit that mark, there's all these other little achievements that you can also achieve if you're kind of going for the top. So I've always taught with even just Success Club that if you're always shooting for Success Club 10, worst case scenario, you'll fall in Success Club 5, and then you're a Success Club member. So we always want to try to strive for the highest level of achievement in our company, and then we kind of just fall into the category of wherever we land at the end of the year, but we set our goals for the high. And that's also kind of called a push goal, and that's how Chalene Johnson trades it, is you're striving for what seems almost unimaginable today, and you sort of set your goals in a reverse engineering manner so that you can kind of map out what you need to do every day, every week, and every month over the course of a period of time to achieve that top goal. So for today's video, we're going to talk about elite. There are 3 areas in which you can actually earn elite points. But before I go into that, I kind of want to go over briefly on what you need to accomplish in your business to even be considered for an elite outside of those points. So Beachbody has put together this really nice elite goal guide, and I'll include a link to this form in our description box so that you can download this. You can also find this in your coach online office under forms and documents, but it's called the 2016 Elite Goal Guide. And it basically breaks down all the rules and gives you a blank form where you can actually track your own progress for the year. So in order to be even considered for elite outside of the actual point structure that you achieve throughout the year, you have to be a 5-star diamond coach, which means that as a leader, you have helped 5 coaches on your team achieve the rank of diamond. And that has to be a rank that is held. So just because a coach achieves the rank of diamond and then falls off rank, the difference between those 2 descriptions is an active diamond coach, so someone who actually has all the people in place to be diamond, is called a lifetime, or it's called a paid diamond. So that means you're actually physically holding that rank position. A coach that falls in and out of a rank, that is called a lifetime rank. So meaning once you achieve a rank, you don't actually lose that title, but you don't actually have the position or the rank structure to advance your business or really count for anything. It's just sort of a title that you say that you've achieved it, but you need to be in that paid rank level for you to affect your business as well as affect, leaders above you and helping them create a star diamond bonus business. You also cannot rank above that rank if you're not in that paid position. So if you're a diamond coach who's fallen off, so technically you have the title of diamond, but you're just a lifetime and you're not a paid diamond, and let's say you have a coach on your team rank advanced to diamond, you will not become a 1-star diamond. You have to be in that paid position of your current rank to be able to take advantage of all the bonuses and incentives and rank advancements that Beachbody affords us. So make sure you understand the difference between paid rank and lifetime rank. So you need to be a paid 5-star diamond coach by the week ending December 29th, 2016. And then you also need to have advanced 2 of your personally sponsored coaches to diamond within the current year. So it's 2016. So for me to be an elite coach, I have to be a 5-star diamond, and I also have to get 2 brand new coaches advanced to diamond. Now, they don't have to be coaches that I enrolled necessarily in 2016, but they have to be coaches that have never achieved that rank before. So a current coach who's an Emerald, or a current coach who's a Ruby, who's never achieved the rank of Diamond. If they advanced to Diamond in 2016, that would count as one of my 2 that I've advanced to Diamond in this calendar year. And then you also have to have 135 elite points. So now I'm going to break down for you how you get elite points and why the elite program I think is so awesome. So everyone, regardless of how long you've been in this business or what your rank or stature is or whatever, everyone starts back at 0 on the first of a new year in regards to becoming an elite coach. So there's no advantage to being in this business for 7 years. There's no advantage to being an elite last year. Everyone pretty much starts at 0. So how do you become elite and how do you get those elite points? The first category is through Success Club points. Your Success Club points and your 2015 and 2016 personally sponsored coaches. And everything that I'm explaining to you is going to be for this calendar year's opportunity to become an elite coach. So your personally sponsored coaches that you've enrolled in either 2015 or 2016, every time they hit Success Club, and it's either 5 or 10, it doesn't matter as long as they are in Success Club, you get a point for elite. Now, if you also, so if one of my coaches makes Success Club and then I also make Success Club in that same month, then those elite points are doubled. So that's why it's important for you as a coach who's trying to grow your business and strive for those titles and strive for those extra bonuses. That's why it's important that we lead by example. So if I'm expecting my personally sponsored coaches to hit Success Clubs so that I can help my business, then I also have to be willing to do the work to become a Success Club member myself. So if my coach hits Success Club and I hit Success Club, instead of it just being 1 Success Club point for elite, I get it doubled and it becomes 2. So it's crucial to be leading by example when you're trying to get to these advancements like Premier and or Elite Coach. Okay, so the max out point for Success Clubs in the first category for Elite is 61 points, and the minimum amount that you have to achieve to become elite is 34 points. So getting yourself in Success Club and teaching your coaches how to get into Success Club will get you to that max out point pretty quickly. So what happens after you max out, like you get the 61 points? Should you stop striving for Success Club? Absolutely not, because that's where those coach rankings come. So to be in a top 10, it's all based on these elite points. So the more elite points you have, the more you're going to move up that rung of ranked coaches. Now for Success Club, I'll go into this in more detail, but there's a difference between the top 10 and then the top 200 elite points and what it is that you get as bonuses and payouts from our company. So you want to know just what the minimums and maximums are to just get into Success Club, because if you're scraping by and you're really close, but you're not quite there yet, you want to make sure that you kind of max out those categories so that you can kind of make sure that you at least get into the bare minimums of elite if that's what you're okay for. And then anything over that will just bring you up in the rankings as whatever level coach you are in our company. So that's Success Club. Your personally sponsored coaches get you a point, and then you being in Success Club doubles those points for you in running for elite. Okay, category 2 is personally sponsored coaches personal volume. Okay, now this only comes from your 2016 coaches. So only the coaches that you sponsor in the current calendar year count for personal volume points. And so what you want to do is try to help your coaches create volume within their downline organization. And every time your personally sponsored coaches all together accumulate 500 PV, then you also get an elite point. So the more coaches that you have who are moving their businesses forward, and the more coaches that you help earn commissions, and the more coaches that you help earn team volume points, the more volume that's going to move through your organization of personally sponsored coaches, and the more opportunities that you're going to have to get that extra point. Again, it's a minimum of 34 points and a maximum of 61 points. But that doesn't mean you have to stop at 61. That means that you can keep moving your business forward and getting those personal volume points built up for your coaches and helping them build their business. And that will help you earn some points as well. Okay, so the third category is advancement team volume. Now, this comes from anyone this comes from coaches that you've sponsored. It doesn't matter what year you sponsor them. So it could be, I started coaching in 2010. So it could be my 2010 coaches, my 2011, 2012, 13, 14. It doesn't matter. All of my personally sponsored coaches, 3 levels down. So what does that mean? My personally sponsored coaches would be considered level 1. Their personally sponsored coaches would be considered level 2. And then their personally sponsored coaches would be level 3. So you want to make sure that you're focused on all 3 of those levels and helping all 3 levels of those coaches move their businesses forward. Because the more successful your coaches are, the more you can help them build their businesses, that more volume that's going to create, and the more points you're going to earn toward elite. So within your personally sponsored coaches, regardless of whatever year they signed up, 3 levels down, so your personally sponsored coaches, their personally sponsored coaches, and their personally sponsored coaches, 3 levels down, all that volume accumulating has to be in the minimum of 130,000 volume points over the prior year. So if you're a new coach and you didn't have much volume last year, or you weren't working your business and now you want to shoot for elite, you're in a really awesome position this year, because it's going to be really easy for you to get 130,000 volume points over last year. For someone like me who's been in this business for a while and is creating a lot of volume, I have to not only bring in the same volume I did last year, but now I have to exceed it by at least 130,000 volume points, which should be not a problem if you are building a business and you're sponsoring coaches and you're helping your coaches build a business. All that should just automatically happen. Every time you are 10,000 volume points over last year's volume plus 130, you do get an elite point. So that's why that elite group is such a great is such a coveted group by Beachbody, and why they're praised so much, because they are building really strong businesses and they're helping a lot of people also build really strong businesses. And our company is great and very generous in how they treat their elite coaches. So why is it that we want to be an elite coach, other than the fact that, yes, you are considered one of the best in your industry? There's financial advantages, and then there's just really cool advantages to being an elite coach. The really cool advantages are you get like a reserved seating at Summit, you get all kinds of perks from Beachbody. So any new product release as an elite coach, you always get it first. You get samples for free. They treat you like royalty. Any event that you're on, you get usually, upgraded rooms, extra stays for free. You get brought into events a day or 2 early. You are really treated like the executive team of an organization. And it's just a really great group of people to be part of, because everyone's striving to be the best of the best in their industry. And you also get the personal satisfaction of you really did have an opportunity to help a lot of people, not only in what it is we do as Beachbody coaches in the health and fitness side of things, but you always have the opportunity of helping people build their businesses. And to me, that's the most rewarding part. That when I can teach someone how to build a business, and I can teach someone how to earn a secondary income or earn a full-time income and really kind of change their life financially, that is a very rewarding feeling to have. And becoming an elite coach is just proof that you are doing that well, and that you have this team of people who are also striving to do the same thing that you're doing. So it is a really nice place to be. Now, on the financial side of things, obviously, you're building a stronger business. So the income part of it will naturally just take place because you're adding more coaches, you're helping more coaches build businesses, so your team cycle bonuses will go up. You're a 5-star diamond, so that means your opportunity to get 2 levels of quarterly bonuses from our company is there. So those are the just naturally occurring business building advantages to being an elite coach, and the fact that you're growing your business, so you're obviously going to create a bigger income flow for yourself. The other cool thing is that when you're one of the top 10 coaches with Beachbody, you get taken on the top 10 trip. So you get to go with Carl and all the executive team, and you go on this crazy, exotic, international vacation. It's all paid for. You're treated like royalty. So that's cool. Well, what if that's not your gig? Like, what if you don't want to be the top 10, but you just want to be an elite coach for all the other things that I explained? So here's where the other bonus incentive comes for being an elite coach. If you are just an elite coach, so you've hit those maximums or those minimums, or you're a 5-star diamond and you've rank advanced 2 personally sponsored coaches to diamond in the calendar year, and you have all the qualifying points in the categories, the 135 points to make elite. So you got 135 points, 5-star diamond, and you've rank advanced 2 coaches to diamond in this calendar year. Congratulations, you're an elite coach. You get a $100 bonus every month of the following year that you are in Success Club. So if I'm a 5-star diamond and I had 135 points and I rank advanced 2 personally sponsored coaches to diamond in 2015, then in January of 2016, if I make Success Club, I get a $100 bonus for being an elite coach on top of all the other income that I make, just a bonus. If I took it a step further and I ranked in the top 200 of coaches in the company, so let's say I ranked 178th in the company, then on top of the $100 bonus, I also get a $400 bonus for every month in this calendar year that I make Success Club. So if I was a top, if I was 178th coach in the company in 2015, then in January of 2016, if I hit Success Club, I get the $100 bonus plus the $400 bonus because I'm in the top 200. So that's why coaches are striving for elite, because you do just get that extra $500 bonus every month. Then as a team, because I cannot become an elite coach if I don't have a team of coaches who are also striving for the same sort of advancements in their business. So if I have a team of coaches then that are doing that, then we become an elite team. What does that mean? An elite team is just that pride feeling of a team working together to reach a common goal. So this is where I'm coming to you guys as your personally sponsored coach. I have made it very clear that I want to be an elite coach in 2016. I have always made my business goals that I've set for myself. So last year, my goal was to be a 2-star diamond minimum at the end of the year, to be a Success Club 10 All-Star, and to double my income. And I did all of that. So we doubled our income from 2014 to 2015. I actually rank advanced to 4-star diamond, and I was a Success Club 10 All-Star. So all those were achieved. But those are very individual goals, and they don't necessarily include team building. So this year, I'm focusing on becoming an elite coach, because that's how I'm going to redirect my energy and my business building efforts to my team and help my personally sponsored coaches build their businesses and reach their goals. Now, a couple of things that I want to share with you guys in how this all happens is you have to identify who the people are within your organization that you sponsored that you think are going to help you, get to that elite status, and who are in a position to build a business. So in your Coach Online Office, there is a section under the My Business tab. I think it's under My Business, and then you can run reports. So, and I'll detail it all in this video, but so I went through and I ran reports of all my personally sponsored coaches for 2015 and 2016. And why did I only do 2015 and 2016? Because 2015 and 2016 coaches count for Success Club, and 2016 coaches count for personal volume. So I want to hone in on those coaches specifically and help them get to Success Club, because then I can double my Success Club points because I'm going to get in Success Club, and also help them build up and start their businesses right so they can get that personal volume and they can start seeing some income flowing and seeing how this business works. So that's my first focus, 2015, 2016 personally sponsored coaches. Then to reach that third category of the team volume where you get the 3 levels down, I'm going to be focusing on developing my leaders from the past years and then helping them train their personally sponsored coaches so that they can rise up in the business and also create that volume, because remember, it goes 3 levels down. So my first focus is going to be obviously me recruiting coaches and me getting myself in Success Club, then helping my 2015, 2016 coaches do the same thing, and then helping all of my team leaders and all of my coaches that have been in my business, regardless of whatever year they started, help develop their own teams so that we can create that volume. So that's how you become an elite coach. How do you make sure that you are going to be hitting your goals? This is where it gets really personal for people, and sometimes feelings get hurt. And so I want to make this very clear to all of you from the very beginning of the year so that there's no hurt feelings and there's no miscommunication. In order for me to become an elite coach, I have to help you build your business. So if I come to you and ask you what your goals are for the year, and if your business building goals don't align with where I need to go with my business, then in a sense, I have to let you go. I will help you any way I can to be successful in your health and fitness journey, and I will help you any way I can in building your business. But if you're not willing to move your business forward by earning Success Club every month and by building a team of coaches so that you can also rank advance your business, then our goals don't align, and I would be frustrating you and you would be frustrating me, and that's not how a team is supposed to work. So if you're not interested at all in kind of putting your head down and getting to work and building a business this year, I completely understand, but I just ask for a little grace and a little bit of understanding that I will have to not pay much attention to you this year because my goals are to build a business. A lot of times when this situation happens in this business, coaches get very disgruntled and they start, talking negatively about their coach because they think their coach just ditched them. I can tell you I will never ditch anyone who has made a commitment to join me not only in the business, but also who has trusted me and joined me in the fitness, journey of all of this. So I will never ditch you. I just may not give you the time and attention that you think that you deserve because we're just going in different directions. And I respect that not everyone wants to do what I'm doing. I respect it 100%, but I also ask that I have respect in the fact that this is the business that I love, and this is the business that's changing my family, and this is the business that's going to take us to that next step. I have a son who's getting ready to go off to college in a couple of years, and he wants to go to medical school, and we don't want him to have mounting debt when he gets done with school. So we want to pay for that. The only way we can pay for that is if we build our business and we make some money. That's just life. We, Michael and I want to retire sooner than later. We're not going to be able to do that if we don't build a business and build a secure foundation of financial income for our family. So I have to do that. And this business will afford us all of those opportunities. We are not going to get that from the real estate appraisal business that Michael currently has. We're not going to get it from American Airlines, and we're not going to get it from me being a stay-at-home mom. So this is the path that we have chosen. I am 100% committed to helping anyone who wants to take that same path. I am 100% committed to helping anyone who wants to put their head down and learn this business and get to work. I can tell you that after 5 years of doing this business, it's so much more fun when you're actually working the business and achieving your goals than it is when you're sort of skirting around what you need to do and you're not following the plan. This business has been laid out so that it is very duplicatable and it's super, super simple to do if you just trust the system and oftentimes just get out of your own way. The internet has made this business super easy in the fact that you do not have to rely on your family. You do not have to rely on your friends. You do not have to rely on, whatever you got going on today on your Facebook page. You don't have to ask your neighbors to join you. You can build a very successful business just by learning how social media works and internet marketing works. And that's where I'm going to come into play to share with you the things that I have not only done in this business, but the things that I'm going to set out to do in this business this year. And I've already posted in our page all the trainings that Michael and I have invested in with our own personal money. We're sharing all of that with our team because we want you guys to have the same opportunities for success that we have. And the only difference between the people in this business who are successful and the people in this business who aren't successful is the amount of work that you're willing to put in and the amount of learning that you're willing to do to make yourself successful. Everyone starts off on a blank sheet and everyone creates their own story. So with all of this being said, I'm super, super excited about 2016. I am starting out just like everyone else. I have 2 Success Club points this month and it's the middle of January. I have to go out and recruit new coaches for 2016 if I'm going to meet the requirements for those elite points. I have to work with my 2015 coaches to make sure that they're continuing to stay in Success Club. I need to work with all of the leaders and all of the people that have been on this journey with me since day one to make sure that they get the support and the training that they need to help build up their teams in this business. So it's going to be super busy this year. It's going to be super focused, and I'm really, really excited to have all of you on this journey with us. I will be leaving on Thursday to go to a leadership training at Beachbody headquarters. It was a training that you had to qualify for. So I'm super proud that I'm part of it's called the New Leadership Conference of 2016. And all of the training and leadership staff at Beachbody is watching us this year. It's called the Class of 2016. And they're watching us and mentoring us. And our goal for the end of the year is to all be elite coaches. So I am not only do I have that personal goal, but Beachbody has sort of put that on me as well. Like they want me to get to that level of elite, and they're going to put their time and their effort and their energy into me and my business and my team to make sure that that happens. So I'm not taking that for granted, and I'm not taking that lightly, and I'm going to take this year very seriously. So I leave on Thursday night. I'm super excited. I barely know anybody there, so it's going to be all new for me. I also qualified for a free hotel room, which is always really nice. So I'll be staying there Thursday, and then I have a family, and I have a busy life, and I have obligations too. And I'm having to take a red-eye home on Friday night to be back in Texas on Saturday morning because my daughter has a cheer competition early that morning. So my life is no different than anybody else's. I'm super busy. I have things I have to do. I'm trying to run a business and run a life at the same time, but I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it work this year, and I'm hoping that you are feeling the same way. So I'm sorry that this video is long, but I felt like it was that thing that we sort of needed on our team to kind of explain where things are going, and every single one of you watching this video has an opportunity to be an elite coach in 2016. It's not just me. Me being an elite coach has nothing to do with whether you can achieve that rank or not. So I always say strive for the top level of everything in your organization and then see where the cards fall. And if we all strive for elite in 2016, imagine what an awesome, awesome celebration we can have this time next year. So if you guys have any questions about what it takes to be an elite coach, what it takes to rank advance, how to break it all down, I strongly suggest that the first place you go is the FAQ section of our Coach Online office. And I'm just going to take one more second and kind of show you guys how I set things up for myself so I know I'm very well educated on the rules of what it is I'm trying to achieve for my business. So I have this folder, and it's titled BB FAQs. And within this folder, the very first thing I have is the 2016 Annual Rewards and Recognition. And this lists all the titles of rewards and recognition and the corresponding FAQ that goes with that. So you can go find that in the back office. And then I just basically, in the search bar of the FAQ, I typed in 2016. So anything that had to do with 2016, I printed it off. And then I also printed off 2017 because we're also striving for things that count for next year. So the first section of my little folder thing here says leadership, and anything that has to do with leadership. So the leadership conference that's coming up in September, which again, you have to be a 5-star diamond for, leadership, elites, contender, premier, all of those FAQs and descriptions with all the rules is in the very first section of my little binder here. So if I have a question about anything that I'm doing in my business, I have it all already printed off right here. The second section is everything that has to do with Summit. So this year's Summit as well as next year's Summit, if there's any information on it, I just put it in that little tab right there. And then the last one is Success Club. So all the rules on what it takes to be in Success Club, what you have to do to qualify for Success Club, and then for us, because we attend the Success Club trip every year, what it takes to make the Success Club trip. So the Success Club trip can be purchased or it can be earned. I have a firm rule that it should never be purchased. Like if your company is giving you the opportunity to earn a free vacation by doing the things that it takes to build your business and move it forward, then you should always earn your trip. So I have all the rules outlined in what it's going to take for me and Michael to earn the trip for our family this year, to make sure that we are out of pocket as little money as possible and only the things necessary to get us to that trip. So I've already booked a trip for our Success Club trip next year in Dominican Republic, and our kids are going with us, of course, and so we're going to do everything we can to max out every opportunity of Beachbody giving us money to make sure that we have an amazing vacation. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. If you have any questions, please post them in the comment section below. I am here to help you build your business, and you meaning if you're in Michael's organization or you're in my organization as one of my personally sponsored coaches, we consider that one business. So if I'm not your personally sponsored coach, don't worry. I'm speaking to you as well. If you are in Michael's organization, we are here this year to make sure that you have your best year as a Beachbody coach. And in all that, we're hoping to reach our goals as well.